How to approach women on daytime. You are single. You see a pretty woman walking down the street. You want to meet her. You want to be able to make something happen, but you let her pass by and nothing happens. Do you recognize yourself in that situation? Well, you are for sure not alone. I am Mr. Silk, and today I want to go through the importance of having the right state of mind before you start approaching a woman on the daytime. And we are going to go through what the challenges might be and how to actually make it happen approaching women on the daytime. So first, before you actually make an approach, which is a big thing for most guys because most guys don't have the courage to do so, first thing you have to do is to make sure to have a couple of genuine questions to ask her once you have broken the ice. Approach anxiety many times comes from the fear of not knowing what to say before you even approach. So asking questions is a great way to get into a normal conversation genuinely. A normal conversation. Once you feel that you have those curious questions to ask a stranger, a pretty woman, we need to practice an opener, an icebreaker. When we stop women on the street, it's many times quite confusing for them to get stopped, since it basically never happens, or it happens very rarely. So here, intent is the key to make things much smoother once you are in the conversation with her. So we need to open with intent. A so-called soft direct opener is what I usually recommend. A soft direct opener. I will present my own favorite opener that has been very useful for me, but also great for many of my previous and current clients. It goes like this. Excuse me, this is spontaneous, but I think you look really nice. I just wanted to say hi. I'm Michael. What is your name? And then directly into a normal conversation based on asking curious questions and to be able to share something about yourself. We want to get into a normal conversation as quick as possible in order to create that important connection and start to build everything from there. But we have to start with connection. According to science, in communication, we have to establish a connection before anything of real value in terms of interpersonal communication can sink in, which means that before we can be very humorous, flirtatious and all that, we have to establish a connection first. And guys, the best possible first impression you can make, and also the best lasting impression you can make with anyone as a rule, is for the other person to feel that you were curious about them as people. Not just as a pretty woman, but as a person. Trying to do some performing acts with the use of rehearsal lines or routines can very quickly come across as someone who is not themselves, someone who is not genuinely themselves. And also the transitioning into a normal conversation after you made a lot of routines many times come across as pretty weird. I've seen many of those terrible examples. So we want to stick with natural being yourself based on real communication principles. So strive for being as natural as possible. Being yourself with a curious mindset is the real way to go. Presenting you as you. The strength later on comes from how good you are in conversations that mainly involves you being interested towards her. And lastly, I want to go through 3 main body language tips to apply. So first, have a soft eye contact with the woman. And secondly, have an open overbody. That means no crossing arms or holding something like this. Have an open body language. And also have a small positive smirk. Don't smile like crazy, but have a small smile and a smirk that gives the impression of being friendly and positive. I don't want to overcomplicate things, so stick with these 3 tips and you will give the other person friendly cues, which is the key to make something happen to start with. Friendly cues. So we want to give out friendly cues. Don't forget to see my other videos. You will be surprised of how many things that is presented in those videos that can actually change your life and many guys' lives out there. So start watching my other videos and I will hopefully also see you in the next one.